Happy Monday, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Happy Wednesday. Happy Thursday. Happy Friday. Happy Thursday. Shoot. It's going to be a great morning. It's going to be a good day. How you start your day has a lot to do with how your day goes. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Mariah, overseer Poole, happy Thursday. Riri, where's my guy at? Better be right there close watching, unless you got him working. All right now. Coming on telling whose mama you are. Kyrie and Lil Gordon mommy. Keith Wilson. Picasso. Mother Gus is praying for y'all. Did y'all share y'all screen yet? Did y'all start a watch party? What's up, Mark Brazil? Did y'all share y'all screen and start a watch party? Do that, y'all. We probably do more unteaching Rashawn than teaching. Because in the midst of all of us being taught, Pastor Sweetwine, Shirley Jupiter, just saw you yesterday. What a beautiful woman. And I didn't have to say beautiful woman of God either. She's a beautiful woman, period. And she's a woman of God. Looks great to be her age. I'm not going to tell her what it is. Because much of what we learned and what we were taught, it may not have been out of any ill feelings toward anybody. Sometimes we just don't know. Sometimes we just don't know. And when it comes to this whole idea of anxiety, I think we need to understand sometime where some of this anxiety thirsting stems from. Some of the stuff that we were taught was a mule. Y'all know what a mule is? Who knows what a mule is? Let me see who's been in our class. Mule. I'll give you a hint. It's a combination of two words. It's a mule. Who knows what a mule is? Where are my students? Roderick? Where are my students? It's a made-up rule. Much of what we were taught, in particular in church, a mule is a combination of three words, made-up rules. Made-up rules. And when it comes to this whole idea of anxiety, some of the things that we were taught was bad when it comes to the root of it. And that is, you know what? Much of our anxiety comes from anger. Comes from anger. Now, here's the challenge, and this is why some people would rebuke this and maybe even disagree, because we've been taught in the past that we understand what anger is, but we don't. We think of anger as being mad. So we look at it as a negative emotion, when in actuality, it is not a negative emotion. The word says be angry. Just leave that part alone. Those two, be angry. It's okay to be angry. Anger lets us know that I have been wronged. Anger lets us know that something has been done to me and something new needs to be in its place. find a way to fix this. And it can be destructive. And it can hurt friendships. And it can hurt relationships if it's allowed to. That is because we don't know how to use it to our advantage. If we understand it, it can actually be a tool for you. Because when it comes to anger and how it connects to anxiety, anxiety is not always being fearful or being uncertain. Anxiety manifests in a lot of different ways. It is not purely negative. It can help us in a lot of ways. When you have, those of you who have hair, when your hair stands up on the back of your neck, it's telling you something ain't right. Pay attention to that. But the challenge is through extreme anxiety. When it goes too far. Now, how do those two things marry together? Somebody's done me something wrong and it caused me to be anxious. I got to get to the bottom line of this. Why is that? Much of it is because of something that has happened to us in our past that we brought into our lives now. And our anxiety is stemming from anger, but many times our anger is coming from a mule, a made-up rule. Let me give you an example. When I grew up in our home with my father had this thing about the dishes being clean. All right? And he would say this: I don't want now, not none, now dirty dish. My daddy didn't say dish, he said dish. I want dirty dish in his house, every single dish. So you know how you're in your house when you're eating and you put something in the sink and you walk away and do something? No, you gotta clean it right then. Now dirty dish in the house. Man, I hear this over and over again in my mind, in my spirit, in my subconscious. So guess what I did when I first got married? I brought it over into my house. I didn't say nan dirty dish, but the dishes got to be clean. All the time, every single time, no matter what. Every single time, no matter what. And some of y'all got that in you. I appreciate it. Some people are obsessive. Some of y'all OCD goes into the next level. But I brought that over into my marriage. And every time it didn't go the way I thought it would go, I got angry and I got anxious because I hear my dad in my head. And it caused anger. The anxiety caused anger. So now in the house, all right, every time I see a dish, I'm washing it, but I'm mad and angry because somebody else should have did this. This ain't mine. And to myself, I ain't saying it out loud. You know what I'm saying? And I was causing so much friction until I began to realize this wasn't Fran's problem. This wasn't Joy's problem. This wasn't Angel's problem. This wasn't Faith's problem. This was my problem. And now it's causing anxiety and frustration and tension until I became aware of the fact this is my problem. It's a made-up rule. See, awareness reduces anxiety. Write that down, everybody. Awareness reduces anxiety. Some of y'all right now are anxious because you still hearing your mama in your head saying something you didn't like. But the truth of the matter is, why are you sounding like that with your child? Until you become aware of the fact, you know what? I need to fix this. I need to fix this. Listen, I'm going to continue this a little bit with the professor and Reagan. Okay, I'm gonna continue this because I'm gonna show you, and come over with us to Facebook Live. Let's give right quick, because you got enough to understand. Once you begin to realize that maybe this is something you bringing up that you didn't like that your mama did or your daddy did, until you become aware of the fact, you know what? Some of the stuff that I'm anxious about, some of the stuff that I'm angry about, it is me. But it's amazing. I can't stand it, and I'm passing it on to I'm doing the same thing to my children. Quit beating your kids for stuff you used to struggle with. Think about where it came from. Mules are stubborn. Made up rules. Let's give everybody. I'll always have, because I'll always give every single day of my life. I'm putting seed in the ground, especially during this season, during this COVID-19 and school parents, how y'all dealing with kids, and these numbers keep going up, and all of this stress and issue. That's why beginning Friday, Pastor Fran and I, we're going to come on 21 days till Christmas. 21 days till Christmas, beginning this Friday. The 4th, 21 days until Christmas, every night at 7:30. Help us deal with some of this anxiety, which could be stemming from anger. Yeah. All right, y'all. I'm gonna finish this conversation with the Professor Reagan. Come and join me at WBOK on Facebook Live. Let's deal with some of these gaps. The grief is heavier during this time. The anxiety is heavier during this time. The pressure seems more during this time. The stress level is at an all-time high. And I got to deal with this. And we're going to deal with this. We're going to deal with this. We're going to deal with this until we can all get a little bit better. I love y'all. Have a great day. Love, live, and inspire. I'll see y'all over at the Professor and Reagan on WBOK on Facebook. I'll let y'all in a minute. Let go of the mules. Stubborn. Let them go.